That's a great trade right there. Let's take a live look over the city of Seattle on a very warm and sunny day. If I remember correctly, in the last hour, we hit a pretty big number when it comes to our temperature, right?
90, yeah.
Wow.
We made it up to 90 degrees. First time this year. We were worried earlier this year that we might hit 90, the earliest we have ever hit any year. Decided to hold off until the month of July. So big concern, of course, as we head on here into the evening is still that fire risk. We still have all those areas here shaded in pink in the red flag warning. Low humidity still in place. As we go into the night, naturally humidity values just start to come up. And also at the same time, too, we're going to get a little more of an influence from off of the Pacific. So that should continue to help to increase our humidities as we go later into the week. And for a lot of us, at least it looks like that threat of the wildfires should begin to subside to a certain degree, especially once we head on into the daytime hours for tomorrow. Air quality, well, that's still going to be a concern. You can see moderate air quality here across parts of western Washington. Worse earlier this morning, might be a little worse again heading into tomorrow morning before things start to improve again by tomorrow afternoon. Checking it out right here, you can see what we have as far as the forecast. You can see some of those new fires that have popped up here across Mason County. We expect to still see more of a flow as far as off of the north and coming off towards the east as we go over the next day or so. Not going to see a whole lot of wind really in place, and when we start to see that wind start to initially come back off from the west and head its way farther east, that might start to blow back a little more of that smoke that's in the Mason County fire across parts of Puget Sound, and we might see some lower air quality because of that too. So into the day tomorrow, not a huge concern, and I think overall we're still dealing with air quality that will be moderate to good, but tomorrow morning is going to be the time that you really want to be careful if you do have any sort of sensitivities to that. Ever right now, you can see a lot of that haze showing up in the sky. Hasn't really gone a whole lot of places really here throughout the day. And our look in Bellingham shows you a hazy sky too as we head on here into the evening. Temperatures 91 degrees. That ties a daily record out at SeaTac Airport. 89 in Bremerton, 93 in Shelton. Right now sitting at 91 in Olympia, 84 up in Bellingham. Cooler though out along the coast. We were dealing with 90s and 80s out there. We're in the 70s and 60s, and that air mass is trying to work its way eastward. Here for tonight, any sort of light shower or maybe a storm up across the North Cascades quickly dissipates. We get that chance again heading into the day tomorrow. We see a little more of that influence from off of the Pacific as far as the cooler air start to come inward as we go on into the afternoon. So most spots here across the Olympic Peninsula will start to cool down to a certain degree. Still around Puget Sound, we're dealing with quite a bit of heat. But then by Friday morning, you can see some of that marine air tries to come in, maybe even producing a few low clouds as we start off Friday. If we do have any, not going to last long, and we'll go into the afternoon seeing plenty of sunshine. Temperatures much cooler, noticeably cooler in the low 80s, but it is going to be a sunny and above average day when it comes to our temperature again at that point. 88 tomorrow. We'll be at 81 on Friday, and we'll keep the low 80s here as we head throughout the weekend, and then cool down just slightly more as we head into the start of next work week, with highs falling into the upper 70s for Monday, Tuesday, and for Wednesday.